boys are under so much pressure these days because what we ask of them is much more than they're able to accomplish. Going to college is something that every kid should have an opportunity to do. But in the current environment, parents feel like it's the only way for them either to maintain their social status that the parents have achieved or to get a leg up. And it's become so competitive that kids have to become superstars. They have to become proficient at a language. They have to become an expert at the oboe while they're being the quarterback on the football team. The problem is that though the expectations have risen, boys' brains haven't matured any more quickly. For example, I once talked to a kindergarten teacher who told me that 20 years ago, when kindergartners came into the classroom, they were expected to be able to count from 1 to 10. Now it's from 1 to 100. I was once called by a school because one of the kids in their school, a 5-year-old who I was evaluating, wasn't able to do what they expected. When I got to the class, I was told he wasn't able to write. I said, he's 5 years old. And they said, well, our 5-year-old kids can write paragraphs and stories, which is a little crazy. The parents transferred that kid to another school and he did just fine. And he ended up going to college. So we expect kids, we want to be able to speed up the process of maturation. We want to be able to speed up the process of what boys are able to accomplish, and they just can't, because during the adolescent years, what people don't understand is there's so much changes going on in the brain. There's been a lot of research lately on brain development, and what we know now is that there's this period of reorganization that goes on in the teenage brain, and this isn't true for just boys, it's true for girls also. And so the part of the brain, right here, the prefrontal cortex, right in the front of the brain, the part of the brain that's developing and is changing is the part of the brain that does planning and does thinking ahead and does organization, and it doesn't fully mature until the age of 26. So what we're expecting kids to do now, to be mini young executives, is just not possible cognitively. If a boy has ADHD, it's going to be even more difficult because that part of the brain is going to mature more slowly.